Let me tell you something, Lady Nagant is awesome. There's nothing more fun than seeing a hero gone bad just for the main protagonist to put them on the straight path again. But Lady Nagant's story is very interesting, and this is why I want to dive headfirst into her backstory and reveal some secrets you probably didn't know about her. When Kaina Tsutsumi was a young girl, the president of the Hero Public Safety Commission invited her to join the agency. With a bright sense of optimism at becoming a great pro-hero, she accepted. For years, she was trained conscientiously until she became really skillful with her rifle quirk, becoming not only a popular hero but also the best marksman in all of Japan. Her skill and precision with her shots was admired and envied by the likes of Snipe and other heroes with long-range quirks. Today's video sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Did you know that Raid Shadow Legends is doing an insane promotion right now? Raid Shadow Legends is what happens if you crossed a blockbuster movie with a real AAA game and then squeezed it into a mobile phone. It's genuinely revolutionary. However, before we go any further, let's pause for a moment so I can tell you all about my favorite new faction in Raid, the elusive and mysterious Sylvan Watchers. The Sylvan Watchers are mysterious peacekeepers from the Tree City capital of Nerissa. They follow the law of the Sylvan Court and watch the borders of the Mistwood. They're fancy, they're cool, and they'll have their own accessories, of course. With the release of Sylvan Watchers, you know there'll be a host of champions joining their roster, since, of course, what would a faction be without their champions? There will be 11 new champions to kick off the Sylvan Watchers, and my favorite one is Duden the Runic. I always liked big, bulky beasts, and Duden is checking all the right boxes. But this isn't all. Raid Shadow Legends is doing a special Valentine's Day promotion, and some of you can win a $1,000 Amazon gift card. New players can enjoy a special Valentine's Day themed adventure with the Raid Love Quest. All you need to do to get involved is to download Raid Shadow Legends from the links below, copy your in-game player ID, and then head to raidlovequest.plarium.com. There, enter your player ID and set out on this heartfelt quest running from February 14th to March 14th. Play one of the Valentine's-themed mini-games for a chance to win some fantastic in-game and real-life prizes, including Valentine's Day-themed Raid Champions. If you're an old Raid player, go to raidlovequest.plarium.com to find a special promo code. And if you haven't started playing Raid yet, click my link in the description or scan my QR code here on the screen. You'll get unique bonuses worth $30, including free Epic Champion Chonoru and other useful stuff. The best way to support me is to support my sponsor. So if you download Raid Shadow Legends today, you're not only getting an amazing game and insane limited prices, you'll also help me produce more videos like this. It's double the goodness and it only takes a few minutes. Go ahead and check the description of the video for more information. One fact that a lot of you probably didn't know is that Lady Nagant's name may be a reference to the Mosin Nagant, a military rifle first developed in the late 1800s and is still used today. The Commission primarily used Nagant for classified missions, secretly disposing of villains planning to commit acts of terrorism and corrupt heroes seeking more fame and fortune. At first, she carried out these orders efficiently and without question. But over time, the stress of the seemingly never-ending string of murders began to get to her, all the while needing to keep the front as a public pro-hero. One day, she came across a group of kids who wanted to shake her hand, leading her to hallucinate her completely bloody hand, and resulting in her questioning her purpose as merely just a cog to maintain the phony illusion of their society. Lady Nagant's disillusionment came to a breaking point when the then president of the Public Safety Commission ordered her to make two corrupt heroes who were taking advantage of the system go missing. She expressed her reservations about the order, questioning whether the lack of transparency was akin to brainwashing. When his insistence on the act's necessity failed to convince her, the president gave Lady Nagant a veiled threat. This proved to be the last straw, with Lady Nagant killing him in response. She was promptly arrested and incarcerated in Tartarus. The commission covered up the nature of her arrest, claiming that she had killed a fellow hero in an argument instead. This decision was made by the succeeding president of the commission, to prevent Lady Nagant's execution, as well as make her a scapegoat to discourage other heroes from falling into conflict. With everything that's happened to her, it's no wonder she feels resentful towards the hero world, and a perfect target for the master manipulator All For One, who just escaped from Tartarus. But not as resentful as I'll be if you don't hit that subscribe and like button right now. Anyway, shortly after the breakout, Lady Nagant is approached by All For One, who is honored to meet the treacherous hero, while she muses about targeting him sometime in the past. All For One asks Lady Nagant for a favor, considering her to be leagues above the other escapees. He explains that a boy will be leaving the UA high school soon, so he wants her to capture and bring the boy to him. Lady Nagant interrupts, insisting that she has no interest in anything but escaping Tartarus. All For One convinces her that so long as the boy lives, the collapse of the hero society she sought will never arrive, so she reluctantly accepts his proposal. All For One notices the mentally broken Kai muttering about his boss and asks if he's a friend of hers. She denies this but sees use in Kai's broken state, so she brings him with her. To seal their deal, All For One offers a gift and transfers Airwalk to her. As she prepares to head out, Kai reveals to her that he knows their target, and he ruined his plans in the past, saying he has a severe case of hero syndrome. Lady Nagant is surprised by this revelation, seeing this as fate, and asking him to come along and identify him for her. He agrees on one condition, and while she initially insists on not taking up any old grudges of his, he quickly denies this, saying he just wants to see his old boss again. Fast forward a bit to a rainy night. Lady Nagant, accompanied by Kai, fires a bullet and hits Izuku Midoriya's phone using a sniper round protruding from her right elbow. With the phone pinned to a nearby wall, Lady Nagant talks to Izuku through a microphone inside the bullet. She tells him that if he complies, she will keep his limbs intact. Izuku then moves, prompting Lady Nagant to fire at him. As he's avoiding her shots using Black Whip, she curves a bullet and lands a hit on Izuku, although he figures out her location and makes his way towards her. While retracting her rifle, Lady Nagant notes that this is the first time anyone has deflected 2 of her bullets. Kai then blankly mutters that he wants to get back to his boss. Annoyed, Lady Nagant picks him up and tells him to hide, and begins having second thoughts about bringing him along. Using Airwalk, she goes to finish her mission. Lady Nagant swiftly moves through the air and shoots 2 bullets at Izuku from different angles, with one deflected and the other grazing Izuku's stomach. As she shoots once more, Izuku unleashes a massive smoke screen, catching her off guard. Now knowing that Izuku has multiple quirks, she repositions up away from the smoke, aiming at Izuku again. She shoots at a moving figure, only to learn that they're decoys. She tells Izuku that he can't hide in the smoke for long, but is surprised when he charges out of a building and grabs her arm. As Izuku asks where All For One is, she proceeds to punch him with the end of her rifle, as she falls through the sky. He tries to ask why she's working with him if she used to be a hero, but she tells him he couldn't understand, as all he's ever seen is the manufactured sense of order and not the real truth. Continuing to shoot at him, she explains about her history working for the Public Safety Commission, the dirty work she did for them, and how this ended with her killing the former president. Izuku is shocked by the revelation, believing the news that she killed a hero in an argument. Lady Nagant tells Izuku that he's ignorant, that a superpower society is an illusion, that bringing back the status quo will just have history repeat itself, and that no matter how bad a world ruled by All For One would be, it'd be much more transparent. However, to her surprise, Izuku admits that he was ignorant, and that he's begun to understand that most things in the world aren't black and white, but shades of gray. And that's why he wants to be someone to extend his hand to help those in need. Lady Nagant, unconvinced by Izuku's resolve, seeing it as more of just phony education, decides that she needs to distract his focus, pointing her rifle directly at Kai, who's on top of a nearby building. Amplifying her muscles as much as possible, she taunts Izuku, telling him that their hero education has made it so that anybody dying on their watch, no matter who it is, will weigh in on their conscience. Shooting the bullet at Kai with the intention of using Izuku's hesitation to catch him off guard and finally stop him. However, he once again sends her into complete disbelief as he manages to blast his way forward faster than the bullet. Realizing he had already changed directions the moment she was about to shoot, she attempts to realign herself to try again, but he suddenly appears, blasting her rifle arm with a faux 100% Manchester smash, breaking it and taking her out of the fight. As her airwalk starts to give in and she begins to fall, she thinks about how Izuku didn't hesitate at all to save Kai, even though he recognized him as an enemy, like it was the most natural thing in the world, and wondered when it was that the Commission's platitude started to make her sick. Izuku then catches her, telling her he could tell the trajectory of the bullet heading toward Kai was slightly off, and that if she really was on All For One's side, she would have just shot Izuku from the beginning rather than give him the chance to surrender. He tells her that because she has seen the darkness, she should know how to bring back the light, asking her to join him, as he believes she still has the soul of a hero. Seeing his bloody arm grabbing hold of her and hearing Izuku's words causes Lady Nagant to smile, as she's about to call him a true hero. However, she suddenly explodes, as unaware to them, All For One has placed a self-destruct quirk within her, in case she failed her mission or tried to turn on him. As her charred, unconscious body starts to fall again, Hawks arrives to try and save her. After being once again rescued by Izuku, Hawks cries out to his predecessor, yelling at her for letting All For One manipulate her, and that now she must know they can't give up, begging her to tell him what she knows, still calling her a hero. As she starts to wake up and notice Hawks, Lady Nagant thinks about how the Safety Commission must have also made him do bad things too, and can't understand how he and Izuku still have that heroic fire in their eyes. Regaining her composure as they land on the ground, she manages to scream out that her orders were to deliver Izuku to a mansion in Hibori Woods within 2 months, as well as revealing that there are others All For One called upon in Tartarus as well. She weakly tells Hawks her heart couldn't bear the dark side and asks how he can still be hopeful, as he responds that he's optimistic to a fault. Lady Nagant passes out as she's apprehended, alongside Kai, by an arriving Endeavor and All Might, as they prepare to take her to receive medical aid, while Izuku watches over her body, festering over rage towards All For One. She is then taken to Central Hospital to recover, where she's barely alive but still unconscious. If you like this video, please consider watching Dabi's backstory. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time.